Have you ever heard someone say that they have ADHD, and suddenly you start thinking that maybe everyone's a little ADHD? We've all been there. But today, let's dive deep into why this seemingly innocent idea can actually be incredibly harmful, especially for neurodiverse individuals like us. No beating around the bush, we're diving straight into why it's time to rethink this perspective and try and gain a deeper understanding. We've all heard these or probably said something along the lines of this at some stage in our lives. Not with harmful intentions, of course. But today, I'm jumping straight to the topic of why saying everyone's a little insert neurodiverse word here is incredibly harmful to the community. This isn't about attacking anyone, it's a thoughtful discussion to consider why this phrase doesn't always sit well. We're here to educate, not humiliate, so stay open-minded and please approach this with curiosity. Welcome back, repeat offenders. Looks like I'm sticking with this term for my subscribers. Hello to the newbies, I'm Tanil. If you're into longer intros, go check out the channel trailer and subscribe. Before we dive right in, let's first make sure we're on the same page for neurodiversity. Neurodiversity is an umbrella term describing differences in the human brain across various mental functions. It spans across sociability, learning, mood, and attention. Now, this umbrella term covers a range of things like those big-ass umbrellas from Bunnings, but we're talking about neurodiverse conditions such as autism spectrum disorder to ADHD, OCD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, and Tourette syndrome. There are a bunch of even lesser known ones, which I will leave a link for in the description down below, as I don't know enough about them to discuss them right now. I'm going to give you a quick little backstory on my experience thus far. As a kid, my ADHD manifested through a mix of quirky tendencies, impulsivity, and endless creativity. I was the adventurous one, always down to try something new, things that seemed extreme to other kids my age. I wasn't like other girls. My impulsivity led me to, blurt out funny remarks in class, earning me some laughs from others, but it was always a coping strategy, a way to cope with my discomfort and restlessness. What seemed like random quirks were actually a sign of underlying struggles. I couldn't stay focused in school, and my coping strategy was to avoid or live in a state of distracted bliss. Now picture it this way, I'm in my formative years and we're all told that our main job in life is to dig holes, like the movie Holes. Neurotypicals are handed a shovel. Now the shovel is perfectly fitted for them. It's the right length for their height. It has ergonomic handholds. Now everyone is setting up to dig their holes and I'm handed a ladle and told to start digging my hole. It scoops dirt, but it's not the right tool for the job. I spend my younger years learning how to work with the inadequate ladle, while the others become masters with a shovel. I get pretty good at ladling despite it not having the length, leverage, or sturdiness for the job that I'm trying to do. Fast forward to adulthood, where my unchecked impulsivity took a darker turn. Impulsivity is really fun when it's for a spontaneous road trip with friends or a midnight snack run. Applying it to adult decisions is where it gets less fun. Financial decisions. These can ruin your life. Buying a new car on finance. Managing that well enough. Oh, that was pretty rewarding. I didn't actually have to do anything and now I have a brand new car. Maybe I can get all that cool new camera equipment I wanted then. Crap. I forgot we committed to that trip and I haven't saved any money. Let's just chuck it on the credit card, and before you know it, you've impulsed your way into a pool of debt. You have no savings and no way out.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Now, the neurotypicals are doing really well. They're buying houses, they're traveling, they are getting bigger digging jobs. Some of them have their own diggers now. But I'm only just starting to realize that I'm not supposed to have a ladle. The ladle is great for soup, it's just not the right tool for the digging task. When someone receives a diagnosis later in life, there's a flood of emotions. Imagine finding out that you've been working with the wrong tool for 30 years. Anger, frustration, and sadness often rise to the surface. It's not the fact you've been handed a label of neurodiverse, it's recognizing that you've been navigating a world designed for shovels while only having a ladle. The mix of validation and mourning can be really overwhelming. Your struggles were real this entire time. Access to diagnosis at a younger age may help with getting the right tools in place earlier. While their ladles may still differ from a neurotypical shovel, they've had time to recognize where they're struggling and why. They might make their ladle longer and get better hand grips, things that won't ultimately change the task that they have to do, but making adjustments to help them in a world that wasn't built around considering their needs. They have their own sets of challenges, but they get a head start. When people say we're all a little ADHD, they are oversimplifying a really complex condition. Combining various symptoms like difficulty focusing and impulsivity can lead to significant challenges in holding down a job, managing your daily life, and even maintaining personal relationships. The impact of oversimplification. Throwaway remarks like being occasionally late or forgetful can write off the experiences of neurodivergent individuals. It's not just every now and then for us, it's the cumulative effect of these challenges stacking up and up until they impact your life significantly. They keep stacking up until they all come crashing down on you. One small bad financial decision isn't the worst, but a magnitude of them can land you in a lot of trouble. Being late once in a while, we're human. We can't be perfect all the time, but if you do it enough, suddenly you're sitting in a disciplinary meeting with your boss. The pressure on you intensifies because not only are you in financial distress, you're also in trouble at work. You can't pay the bills if you don't have a job. There are so many ways that ADHD can show up in a person's life. Some not this bad and others a lot worse. I use these specific examples because it's my own exact experience, not an exaggeration. And while it sucks, being authentic here is really important to me. Telling a neurodivergent person that their condition or disorder could be worse or downplaying it does nothing but bring shame to that person and further solidify how different they are. So before you casually say everyone's a little ADHD, please remember the deeper struggles that many of us face. It's about more than occasional forgetfulness or impulsivity. It is a constant battle to overcome these challenges.
So play nice.
There's no magic cure to fix it for us. This is our everyday, so please try and approach this topic with empathy, some understanding, and the willingness to educate yourselves. I want to thank you if you're still watching. Your support so far has been really incredible and it means the world to me. If you took anything from this video or it resonated with you in some way, please give it a like or share it with someone who you think could benefit from hearing about it in this way. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe. The growth I've had these past few weeks has exceeded my expectations and really given me a lot of hope that this is something I can do full time one day. I'm really thankful for you all. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time listening to my thoughts. Appreciate you, and I will see you next week. I will see you again.